Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Nisha.
How were you?
I'm good. I'm good.
You were in playing a hide and seek for a while.
Yes.
So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And
Yeah. So,
everything is going good. And today is a beautiful day, World Wildlife Day. At
yeah,
least one
especially
day.
for all wildlife lovers, nature lovers, this day is a day to remember wildlife.
The damages we are making in this planet Earth is the key. And
Yes.
what can we do?
So let me inform
Yeah,
our group.
friends and followers to join us over here. See, the whole
Yes.
idea is how can we make a difference in this world using photography is the whole point over about our today's talk, and how we got into it, and what we how much I'm not saying we have done a major role over here, but then whatever time we got in that short span of time within our ability, we managed to do at least some few steps moving forward, whether it is in the line of influencing at least a handful of people, and trying to spread awareness in whichever way it's possible for us to get in touch with more people, get more people closer to nature, and that link between people and nature is our idea when we are talking about photography. And if we can do that, even if it is one person, I think that can definitely make a lot of difference. And that's the reason for the beginning of Paws Trails or Mara Trails or anything in when it comes to our life. Tell me, why don't you start with our story starting from Paws Trails?
Yes. I just invited all our groups, so I'm expecting more people to join us.
That's great.
We are. Hey, Sibin. Hello. Sibin is
Hello.
one of our regular viewer. We
Uh-huh.
have many regular viewers, in fact.
That's
So,
great.
yeah, uh, I think we started Paws Trails as an organization 7 years back, right?
2016
No,
or 15?
15.
15, okay.
Yes. Before that, we were like doing trips, but as an organization, as a proper organization, we started in 2015, and now it's going to be 7 years in the month of October. Uh, Long time. Uh, yeah, it's been a very good journey so far. There were a lot of hurdles, there were a lot of difficulties, uh, personally and professionally. And when we started, we both were working for an organization, and Nisha quit the job first. She started taking like one by one, and after a year or so, I also quit the job. uh, yeah, then it was I should say it was very difficult, hard times.
It is.
Somehow we we managed to overcome each and every difficulties. A lot of friends supported. uh, we we are grateful, we are thankful to those few friends who supported during our difficult times. uh, and yeah, so
It was a journey. It was a beautiful journey. I mean, it is a journey.
a lot of people, new photographers whom we meet, a lot of people used to ask our story, how we started and what made us start this organization. A lot of people used to ask. So we initially started as a travel company, and then after traveling a lot, we came to know that there were a lot of images stored in our hard disk. So sitting together, we wanted to do something different. We started discussing, and other friends also joined. I still remember uh, Krishnat and Nandat and a lot of people. Uh, so we wanted to do something good for the upcoming generation, or to the people who doesn't know much about wildlife or what is happening there. So we decided to come up with a magazine, and that's how PT Explorers, the magazine PT Explorers started. It started as bi-monthly, and then we moved on to another magazine called PT Aware, which is being taken care by our dear PT, Dr. Peter Hudson.
Hermes,
Uh, yes.
the slides are not moving. You're just moving on, right? Or
No, no, I haven't.
okay.
I'm just talking.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. Basically, Paws Trails started as a global platform for wildlife conservation, photography, and travel. We teach photography, we build awareness among the common people about the importance of conserving this planet, conserving wildlife. And we also take people along with us to travel to different places and show them the beauty of those places. Then yeah, it's actually a collective collaboration of international group of dedicated nature experts, and this we have started it as a unique initiative to spread awareness on wildlife conservation through the medium of photography and art. uh, Again, we are more connected to youth because they are the right people to take this forward and to make this world a better place to live. Our mission is to interact and inspire people across the globe, introducing new learnings and methods to explore and conserve Mother Nature and bring them more closer to nature. And our vision is to be a leading path breaking conservation organization, contributing through the medium of photography and art. We have two magazines. Nisha can explain more about these magazines.
Yeah, I'm more or less in charge of the magazine. See, the idea was when we start with photography, what the first things what hit our head is National Geography, BBC, and everybody. I think most of us would like to get our images published in. There are so many magazines, especially when it comes to wildlife. If we are talking about in a global side, National Geography, BBC, and if we are talking regionally about the Indian side, yeah, definitely Sanctuary Asia Savers. So there are many organizations, but it's still comparing to other segment of photography. This is one part of the section which is quite less in when it comes to the publications. But it was not just about getting your images published. It was more about how can we use this platform to spread awareness. So that was the reason we kept the complete platform for free. So these are two different magazines. One is PT Aware and one is PT Explorer. PT Aware is speaking about one particular species and its conservation threats, and how can we as a common person, a common public, can contribute in supporting in protecting these animals. And when it comes to PT Explorer, our first magazine, it got 10 different sections. It's starting from an interview with a well-known photographer, then 2 to 3 different articles on conservation, one section for art which is involved in which is related to nature. Then our major or highlight is about under 16 kids who are into some kind of activities or art related to nature, which we call it as Cups Corner.
Yeah.
And then a beautiful gallery from across the world. And we have a section for women empowerment as well, so upcoming women as well as upcoming or even established ladies and their interviews in the section of our her views and visuals. So these are the contents when it comes to PT Explorer as well as PT Aware. The whole idea is using this platform to be a platform for people who write, do photography, do art, and we keep it free to spread awareness.
Yeah, And as you mentioned, it is actually a tool for showcasing the upcoming photographers work as well, to promote them,
Yes.
to inspire, to encourage them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And again, it's always, I personally feel great if I am, if I can share my work along with someone quite well known. So we kind of get into that feel that we are one step, going further. So
Yes.
that's another opportunity, because we have all levels of photographers in every session of this magazine.
Yeah. And we also do exhibitions and events. We have conducted more than I think
23,
27,
27.
27, yeah,
Okay.
27 exhibitions in Dubai, Kenya, Canada.
Canada, yeah.
Yes, and we also hosted the first of its kind event in the Middle East, a 3-day celebration called International Wildlife Festival. That was one big
Yeah,
it's
achievement.
yeah, it's a big achievement for us, with a lot of difficulties. Again, we did that.
And we should definitely thank couple of people in that
Yes.
case, especially Nitin as well as Shaji,
Yeah.
played a major role over there.
And we also do, as I mentioned, what it started with workshops. So we do the international workshops and local workshops in UAE as well. International workshop, we take people along with us, from a group of 5 to 10 along with us to different locations, uh, and we teach them photography, we teach them animal behaviors. It is like basically training wildlife photography. And we have locations starting from Kenya, Tanzania. We are starting with Rwanda, then Borneo, Indonesian part of Borneo, then Russia, Kamchatka,
Canada.
India, Canada, India, Sri Lanka, Nepal.
Yeah.
So yeah, and once the pandemic started, we kind of stopped everything, but now we are restarting.
Yeah.
And the local workshops we do in Dubai, it's always on, and it is free for everyone who join, who want to learn. This has been it was happening on Fridays, and now the weekends has changed to Saturday, Sunday. So we have moved it to Sunday. So every Sunday we are doing this now, taking people along with us to a location in Dubai and training them. And it's kind of a group going on a weekend. Uh, we are doing this because we started uh, photography along with a group in Dubai. Uh, so our mentor, he literally started this group with he haven't taken any fee from anyone. So it's kind of a giving back for us. So a lot of people ask us, why are you doing this for free? So basically we are giving back what we got. So we learned a lot from him, uh, almost 2 3 years, I think more than 3 years. So we go every Friday with him to different locations, and every Friday, like 10 to 15 minutes, he used to teach us the basics of photography, the fundamentals of photography. So I believe that every weekend you have to brush up your skills with the fundamentals or the basics. With that is the core thing that makes you a photographer.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah. Our trails to date, what all things we have done one international wildlife festival, 200 plus workshops and lectures, 109 online webinars, uh, 27 photography exhibitions. We have a collective social media followers of 1.5 million, 40,000 saplings planted, 400 plus international contributors who contribute us in terms of articles, photos, videos. We have published two coffee table books. First one is the Big Cat Trails, showcasing the different big cats from across the world. And the second one is Arabian Trails, which is showcasing the species photographed from the Arabian Peninsula. And we have done completed 53 online magazine issues. Yeah.
That's what we achieved in this short span of time.
Yes. And on this day of World Wildlife Day, uh, we are just reminding people about what Paws Trails is. Basically, this organization mission or vision is to bring people closer to nature through the medium of photography and videography.
Art in general. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, that
So this is what we call conservation. Conservation is the practice of protecting wild plants and animal species and their habitats. Conservation efforts are made with a goal to preserve the nature and the endangered species for future generations. So the whole thing is to uh, protect, to conserve whatever is there in this planet Earth for the future generation.
Yeli have a question. Where can you buy the books? The if you're talking about the magazine, it is completely free. We can send you
Yeah,
the
the coffee
link.
table books, we have it on uh, Borders and Vision Megastore. Or if you want, I can. I also have the book with me. If you want, I can pass it on to you.
And now I think we the first one is out of stock, and the second one is there, right?
Yes, the
Yeah,
Arabian Trails.
yeah. And now when it comes to back to conservation, we know that we are living in an era of where we are seeing these animals, the plants, and everything vanishing from this planet Earth, like what when we are talking. So the study says in a normal scenario, if 10 to 100 species are supposed to extinct per year, as of now we are losing more than 27,000 species just because of habitat destruction. So that's something which is unbelievable, and this is not something which I'm guessing up. These are things from what from scientific articles, what is published over internet. So it's very, very, very sad thing to even talk about. And uh, when it comes to different species, so amphibians, if there are 6,300 known species, and I think 6,300 known species are in risk of extinction. So imagine the kind of damage what we are doing in this
Yeah,
particular scenario.
we are showing a little bit of uh, facts and figures for you to understand how fast and how risky the extinction is going
Yeah,
to be. So it's not all of, we are not showing all of the species, but small number of species that we are connected every day.
yeah.
Yeah, again, birds, 12% of the non uh, 9,865 bird species are now considered threatened.
Threatened.
Again, fish, 21% of fish species are evaluated at the risk of extinction. Invertebrates, 30% are at the risk of extinction. Mammals, 50%
50%.
of the world's primate species are at the risk of extinction. Plants,
There
uh,
are 300,000 known species and
yes,
68% is threatened, which
yeah,
is crazy.
big number.
Yeah.
Uh,
Reptiles are 21% is kind of threatened when it comes to IUCN section. I mean, IUCN website. This is the saddest part. You don't even know whether a snake is venomous or not. We generally have a fear for snakes, and we don't try to understand it, and we just kill.
yeah.
The basic human nature. I think we all need to understand that. At the same point of time, it's not about being brave and going ahead and playing with snake. That's not what we are talking about. You're talking about understand. You need to understand about each species, then only you will be able to do something. It's impossible to understand about every species, but whatever, with the limited time what we have, if we can understand a little bit
Yeah.
and try to do what possible from our side, that's the idea. And if we are talking about just 100 years ago, we got more than 100,000 wild tigers in the wild, and right now what we have is around 3,800. I mean, in that range, below 4,000. So the numbers has gone 97% down, which is sad. Anything, if we are lucky that in the number slightly gone high, maybe couple of years ago, but then to what extent we will be able to protect, we still have absolutely no clue.
Yeah, and thanks to a lot of conservation activities going on in India, the
Yeah,
numbers are increasing now.
yeah. Yeah, it's again not in a major way. It's a
Yeah.
hundred. It's only in hundred.
Yes.
The problem is human count is kind of going high, and all the rest of the count
Yeah.
is going down. And as the numbers are going, when it comes to humans, we all need place
Because
to
we
live.
need more
Yes,
space, the forest get shrinked.
shrink. But and when it comes to lions, there were more than 200,000, and it has gone down to 30,000. So that is this is not just about lions or tigers, and I think even cheetah,
Yes.
everything. And the
The
main
main
reason,
reason lions are killed are for trophy hunting, poaching, and retaliation.
which is sad. You remember the case in Mara, I believe, couple of years ago, because one of their cows were killed, and the villagers
Yeah.
poisoned the. Yeah, so
Yeah.
things like this happens. I think all governments across the world should think about this and come up with projects to support the people surrounded in areas where wildlife density is there.
Yeah.
And when it
Same with
comes to
cheetah.
yeah, same with cheetah. It is. I think the numbers are wrong over here. 100,000 to 6,000 or 7,000 is what
Yeah.
right now
Now,
the count is.
correct.
I think
You're
less
right.
than 7,000
Yeah.
is the count when it comes to cheetah. And this is crazy because in every 15 minutes, I think one elephant is getting killed in African side. Thankfully, we call it as our second home, as Kenya is definitely way compared to other places. I think definitely it's way better when it comes to poaching. The numbers are again bad, from 3 to 5 million to 415,000 is what is right
Yep.
now. But 15 in every 15 minutes, getting one elephant vanishing from this planet Earth because of poaching is really sad. Now this is because of human craze once again, from just for their horns, and what from 70,000 to 1,970.
No, 5,000.
Yeah, and yeah, okay. In 5,450. I think again the numbers are slightly going up now because of the awareness activities happening in
Yeah, and poaching has been little down now.
little down. But I think in because of COVID now, a lot of problems are happening around the world. The tourism industry has gone down. A lot of people are struggling because no tourism activities are happening. It's affecting their day-to-day life, which is
Yeah.
kind of putting things again back to these difficult situations. And this is again sad that some part of the world people believe the blood of tiger, the horns of rhinos, and all these things can give
Yeah, they believe that it's medicinal value,
medicinal value,
and
and
which is scientifically not proven.
which is sad, and these animals are getting killed.
So, conservation photography is all about what a photographer does to use his photo as a tool to bring awareness in support for an environmental issue. So, basically, you use your photos to showcase something what is happening nearby, or something what is happening in a place that can help the officials to take some action. What we can do. So these are some examples that we have found. So this tiger with life-threatening injury was spotted, and an amateur photographer clicked these photos and shared with the park officials, and
They
somehow,
managed.
yeah, the tiger was saved because of that.
Yeah, these are images. It's not that, these are images and stories which is already there in online. So
Yes,
when it comes to our waste management, there is definitely this plastic pollution. But if you are staying in and around any of this jungle area, if you are going to dump your waste in your backyard without proper cover up, what happens is it's quite natural that because of the salt content and the food particles, it will attract animals like antelopes. But then when you see an antelope in your backyard, it may be looking good. What you need to understand is, following this, there will be, if there is a prey, there will be a predator as
yeah.
well. The moment you have a leopard, lion, or cheetah in your backyard, then it is a problem. So it's
And
better way.
it's not the
Right
people
to
living nearby, it's the like people like us who are tourists who goes to these places,
also
dump
dump.
all, yeah, all this food uh, and garbage.
Yeah, we need to manage it properly.
Yeah, this is another example. An oil spill happened, and it was shot by uh, just a point and shoot camera, and through the internet this became a very big news, and the news spread, and the rest of the world saw the devastating effect of the oil spill,
Yeah,
and the officials uh, coordinated and cleanup efforts were made.
started.
All
Yeah.
these, yeah, all these things are done because of the photographs taken at the right moment. And now a story of a lion-tailed macaque, which we all know, uh, that lives in Valparai,
Yeah,
and
indeed.
their numbers are also like the status is endangered, very very less in numbers, 3,000 to 3,500. In several, they live in several areas of Kerala, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu,
Nice to
the
hear.
southernmost region of India, uh, where the Western Ghats lies. So they live near. They made the road in between the forest they live, and every day one or the other, the lion-tail macaque get hit by the vehicle and they die. So this was reported. These photos were taken by a renowned wildlife photographer, Kalyan Varma. So these photos were in the media, and then they made a bridge called the Savior Bridge, where they made the bridge over the road, above the road, and these monkeys, they uh, started going on top of the road. To cross the road, they use these bridges, and thus a lot of lives were
West.
saved. Now what we do as Paws Trails, we mainly does awareness building. The main thing that you need to do is set yourself as an example. Start from home, spread it through friends, conduct exhibitions and seminars among the local community, awareness programs for kids.
Yeah.
So all these things you can do easily.
Yeah, it's all about starting. If you think someone else is going to do and you can follow them, I don't think that is going to happen. You need to be an ambassador for nature. That's your responsibility as a human. For the damages we and our ancestors have already done, we should be able to do something. A single step can also make a lot of difference when we are thinking it in a collective manner.
Yeah. And what we say from start from home is like you don't have to go to Africa or any other place to photograph or to be a conservation photographer. You can go to nearby your village or nearby the place you stay. You will find some one or the other issues. You can document that. You can make a list of things that can be done to protect a species or to protect that
Place.
land,
And
whatever
even
it is.
simplest things like planting a native sapling can make a lot of difference. If you can you
Yes.
can do it by yourself, and if you can influence at least 10 of your friends or family members to plant a tree and take care of it, just not just planting a tree and leaving it over there, it's about planting a tree and taking care of it too. That can
Yeah.
be done. And carrying something like this instead of using reusable plastic, that can make a lot of difference. How many bottles of plastic water bottle we buy in a normal scenario? Instead of that, carry just one. That can make so much difference. And the use of electricity and reusing, instead of dump, if you're going to uh, reuse things, recycle things, that can make a lot of difference. So all these things we can do it on a personal level. You do it, you can influence your wife, your husband, your kids. They can spread it to their friends. So it's like a chain of action can make a lot of difference.
Yeah. Now the power of media. We all use social media. Social media can be used for good cause as well as bad cause, but we are talking about the good
Good
cause.
side.
So share and inspire. Then we have the ecotourism. Then the good and the bad. You need to understand the good and the bad, and you need to have a strong basic knowledge. Share and inspire, what we mean, like, we we all started when we started photography. It The social media was not that
Hype.
crazy like today, uh, but we use internet as a medium to search for photos and uh, videos of things that happening around. And that's how we started traveling to different places, especially to Kenya and all. It is all through seeing photos and getting inspired by those with those photos. So you can literally inspire somebody through your photos. That we have a lot of examples. You can bring people closer to nature, showing them beautiful pictures. And ecotourism is something that we all have to look into, like, these days, because a lot of people survive on that. A lot of communities or nearby people who lives nearby any tourism area or for wildlife area survive on that. Whatever money you pay uh, to the place that you are going, it has been uh, like 1% of it goes to those people who work for that place, in that place.
Yeah, but that's any part of the world. I think it works like that. A percentage goes to the community.
Yeah.
And if you're talking about Kenya, yeah, yes, it's a major thing when it comes to Kenya and Masai Mara.
And strong basic knowledge. Yeah, you need to have a strong basic knowledge of whatever you do, especially uh, when you are trying to become a savior or an advocate for nature.
Nature, yeah.
Yeah, so you need to study a lot of things. You need to have the strong knowledge about species that you're photographing. You need to have a thorough knowledge about what is happening around you. It's not just you go click a picture and come. um,
It
I,
adds
I
more
was
value when if you understand the way, understand about the species as well. We are not asking you to become a scientist and you go to one particular place. You may be able to see hundreds of birds and hundreds of mammals in that area. We are not asking you to study about all of them, but understanding at least a bit about these species will definitely help you to get more connected with that particular place as well as to that to nature. and you will be able to share that love to others as well. And so that's the whole core bit when you are talking about conservation and photography.
Yeah. So let us show you some beautiful pictures.
Yeah, when it comes to images, you can conservation and photography have two different concept across the world. Some people believe that if you are going to show an image of a lion or leopard getting poached, that got a value. But for me, if or I think a lot of people whom I have come across in my life, they feel if you're going to show a sweet or a loving moment in nature, that can kind of connect people. Because if it is a harsh moment, we all tend to kind of close the window rather than looking at the window. But when it is a beautiful image, a curious image, or a curious moment, that can help people to stare at the look image for a couple more minutes, and that can make them um, you know to take a second look and see where it is, or think about seeing the species, or think about understanding more about this. So all these things make a lot of difference. And it is not just, it's not just about the known species like lions or leopards or tigers in that matter. There are different different species from across the world, like this leaf monkey, whether it is gorillas or chimpanzees or orangutans, and there are different species which need our attention. And when you doing photography, if you really need to think about adding a little more of the surroundings to the picture, because that's only when we can understand how much importance is there for the surroundings in each and every image and their connection. We think love is only about humans, but love is a universal language, that is there in every species you see. And if you are going to watch them closely, you will be able to identify different characters for each and every species. And this image is from Hermie, and I love this particular orangutan image. And which kind of, for me, when I saw it, it was like the orangutan is asking for a hand, or asking for a hand, or extending it hand, asking for a help. That was my emotion when I saw this picture.
In
And you
fact, I named the picture as a helping hand.
Yeah, so it's these are images which can speak about the habitat laws. And this particular one, um uh, everything, it's a survival chain, it's a moment, it's that energy in the images, the fun and the love, the interaction. So each and every image, wow.
This is my special image that I want to show. A lot of people were waiting for to know about this trip and this image.
Yeah.
So this is from northern part of Russia. I went for this trip for Amur leopard and Siberian tigers. Luckily, we were able to photograph. We made some camera trap images also.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, when I went there, I was in a very like good hope that I can click plenty of pictures. It's that like you will crave for more. But the moment I stepped, the lady said, uh, 0 to 5% of chance of photographing. Yeah. So luckily, I got some pictures which came out well, which I haven't yet edited or processed.
Mm-hmm.
As usual, it is in my hard disk.
Yeah, yeah, keep it. Don't share it, okay? You give all this advice and you keep all the images in your hard disk. I have absolutely no idea. Yeah, proceed, please.
So this was again one of my most adventurous experience I had. Uh, I was in a small hide, like literally 1 or 2 person can sit and sleep, a bench kind of bed. uh, six no, it was like 6 feet, 6 to 8 feet width, tight, very tight. You have to you shouldn't make any sound, just your breathing sound should be there. These guys are very sensitive to sound. They will not come to you. uh, they'll not come to you when uh, they hear any kind of sound. So you have to be zero silent in that hide. And uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
completely
so
silent mode.
complete silent mode. Even your camera has to be uh,
Silent mode, yes.
mirrorless or silent mode.
Yeah.
uh, yeah, then the most adventurous thing was, and it was -20, -30 degree, but luckily they put a small heater in the hide, so we can get a little bit of
Wow.
uh, warm temperature. Still, you open the that cover where you keep the camera, all the snow
Cold
or
breeze.
the cold come cold breeze come inside, and your hands get frozen again. So, but I really enjoyed. I wish to go there once again, uh, to capture more pictures. So yeah, now
And
I
how
have an
many of
idea.
them are left in
Huh?
this? I mean, how many of them are left in the wild when it comes to
They
Siberia?
said almost 30, between 30 to 40.
30, just 30 to 40
Yeah,
across the world.
yeah. Amur leopards are only in uh, Russia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you are lucky to get back to your home before the war broke.
Yes, we there were huge tensions going on when we were in the airport also. Like
Oh, really?
when I reached the airport also, there were like talks going on. But luckily, it started once I'm back.
And yeah,
So yeah,
I have
safety
a
wise, safety wise, I was lucky to come back.
that's a
And
beautiful thing.
uh, yeah, so this is the only picture that I have edited. That's why I shared in a short period of time.
Yeah, yeah. You came, I think, 2 weeks back or 3 weeks back, and you still haven't got enough time. Sad.
So this is what we say to everyone: if the image can inspire someone to take a small step to protect the vanishing beauties, why not?
I think we still have something more to share, Hermi. How
Yes.
about our Mara project and
Yeah. So we that is the second part of Paws Trails. Like this presentation, we have started a camp in Masamara to support the communities over there. The camp name is called Mara Trails, and it was started
in June, right?
functional in July 2021. Yeah, July 2021. Now it's going to be a 1 year. So last season we started. Uh, it is an initiative that we both are proud of. What we do is we give 50% of the profit that we make from the camp directly to the community. We have started with 3 schools uh, in the nearby village of Masamara. Uh, the 3 schools students are getting uh, food now for all the students of the school. A lot of people cannot afford to bring food to the school, so we provide every student. Uh,
Lunch.
when I went to visit those schools, some students they said the sad story. and I was literally about to cry because there are in between them there are very poor students and students who can afford to bring food. So these poor students, they say that our classmates, our friends, some of them, they bring food and they eat. We are not able to bring, and
Yeah.
we just stay empty stomach. So, and the amount of the happiness I saw when I reached that school, the happiness they showed on us was like I cannot explain in words. It was a moment that I literally was about to cry. So we are really proud of this project, and it is happening only because of our friends and the people who support us by coming regularly, by bringing groups to the camp.
Yeah.
So Mara Trails is one of our proud project, started in 2021 July, and we registered the company on March 25th, 2021.
You were there.
Yes, a,
Yeah.
a special day to celebrate. So yeah, that's all about Mara Trails, and we are expecting more guests to come this season. The
Season.
season is going to be starting
Yeah.
from June end onwards.
Yeah.
We are
Yeah.
hoping.
Yeah, Mara is like our second home, and you as you you know as you see both of our images, you can see a majority is from African side, specifically from Mara. So that definitely, I think our first visit was in 2011, in
10.
10 or 11 in during Eid time, if I'm in
Yes.
November. So that from that time onwards, I think it was love at first sight for us. We saw the place and fall in love with that place, and there was no turning back. We thought we will be visiting once a year. We ended up in making that as our home as of now. So that beautiful it is. I'm not just talking about Mara over here. What I would like to say is, whichever part of the world you are going to go, if it is going to a place which is a national reserve, or if it is a reserve, then the entry fee which you are paying, the lodge where you are going to stay, the photos you are going to make, everything can make a positive impact in spreading awareness. So do travel, but do understand your ethics. That's very, very important. Your photo is good, it is important, but no matter, you should never try to influence their life or create any harm for any species when you are traveling. That's the first and most important thing.
Yeah.
Photography is for spreading awareness, spreading love, not just not to, for creating photography. You should never try to interfere in their life or create any harm in the surroundings. So that should be the idea, not just photography. So conservation
Yeah,
photography
even
come
lot of people, a lot of like few number of wildlife photographers used to ask me, can we do night safari over there?
still do.
Because yeah, because they said a lot of people are offering us night safari. I said I have the connections and everything to start night safari. I can do it, but I will never do that in my life. I have the camp there. uh, we are already disturbing those animals during the daytime,
Yeah.
and I don't want again go in the night time and still disturb them.
Yeah.
Like it is utter rubbishness to go and disturb the same species again and again. You have to give them time. We are already doing a lot of disturbance for them in
Yeah.
the daytime, during the daytime. So again, going during the night is rubbish, I would say.
And again, legally in Masai Mara, I don't think you have permission to do
No.
night safari. It's only if you are staying in conservancy you can do. And again, it's there is
And people
permission.
who have lodges in the border or outside, the they slightly run around and do the night safaris.
Yeah,
But it is
exactly.
like, for me, it is all about ethics.
Yeah. See, when it comes to ethics, it's very easy to talk about, but putting your life into practical is the best way to show it, you
Yeah,
know. So that's something which we are trying to do from last 7 years, in fact. um, as we mentioned, we both of us are photographers. We have no science background when it comes to conservation. Whatever we learned is from this beautiful journey of last 7 to 8 years. And so when you fall in love with something, it's quite natural we try to learn new things. Otherwise, thinking sitting and studying was never my cup of tea. But just because I fall in love with, or we fall in love with nature, we start to learn a little more about each species, about the habitat, about the habitat destruction. And honestly, in the beginning days, it was really making me sick, because it was all negative. When you're talking about conservation, it was all about the numbers going down, the places getting destroyed. And it's you think about we as humans, and the kind of shortcuts we need in our life to make our life beautiful, and we
yeah,
never think about any other species in this planet Earth. We are so selfish, honestly, including you, me, and everybody. But if we can reduce that selfishness to a little bit, I think that can make a lot of impact in when it comes to
correct.
nature.
No, I'm not saying we all are perfect in
Nobody is
whatever
perfect.
whatever we are doing. I always tell everyone that whatever we are doing is not right.
Yeah,
If
even if you're going to
Yeah,
a park is not right, honestly.
yeah,
But then,
correct.
yeah,
Yeah, but see, there are things that you need to do it. Even if it is wrong, you have to do it in the right way.
yeah,
So
which
that is,
in at
yeah,
least to reduce the damage. So
yeah.
yes.
And
So
because of this photography, like these days, when the days when we started, the group was small, and they all were like connected. They all support each other. Nowadays, people are in a race. We
yeah,
lost a lot of good friends because of this photography.
we got a lot of good
We
friends
got a lot
because
of
of
good friends, but
photography.
we lost a lot of people doesn't talk when they see us. I have experienced this. A lot of people doesn't talk. A lot of people think like these things. I don't know why they are doing that. It is just a photo that you are taking, and it's all a blessing of Mother Nature, whatever you are getting.
Yeah,
On
I mean,
this World Wildlife Day, as a photographer, I would say be humble. It's nothing, like only 20% is your expertise or your thing. That is, the rest is nature and
nature.
everything that is giving you 80%. So don't uh, get excited over that, thinking it's all yours.
Yeah, it's a, wildlife photography is nothing but blessings of Mother Nature. You can have the best line equipments in this world, be it from any particular brand. You will have a hell a lot of money from which can make you afford to go to any part of the world. But for a moment to happen, I'm not saying it's a pure luck. Definitely luck play a major role. At the same time, you do need to understand the equipment. You need to understand the behavior. All these things are key. But even if you understand everything, if your camera decides to freeze for a second, that's it.
Yeah.
You lost the moment. We have experienced it many times.
Yes.
Even when we have the supposed to be the number one or the best series of equipments with us, there are many occasions where we forget to click.
Yeah.
And where there are occasions, whichever brand you use, there are occasions where the camera doesn't work. So that happens in everybody's life. So what we need to realize is it is nature. It's the blessings of nature. If we are able to capture one particular moment which you think can influence at least one person, that's nothing but love of nature. I think the moment we start to see that positive side in everything, we should be able to spread that too.
Yeah, I was thinking initially, like a lot of people used to support, talk to each other when the social media was not that active. We used to go in groups, discuss everything, review each other's pictures, tell them whatever mistake there is, or appreciate whatever good pictures were. But after this huge uh, influence in social media, people literally started like race. It became a race, and uh, the the thing that we still don't understand is we are seeing every day, or at least on weekends, and we are meeting people. A lot of people act as if they are on that topmost photography thing. uh, I don't understand why they act like this.
No, life is a bubble, Hermi. I mean, there is absolutely no meaning in keeping any grudges in our heart. I mean, personally between us as well, or anybody. And there is no way we can clear this air from everyone. It's a personal call. By
More
the
than,
way,
no, these days more than friends, people are becoming enemies when it comes to photography.
things will change. I think it's just there is no meaning in getting. I think it's all a personal call, right?
Yeah,
Okay. On
we have
that
a
note,
lot of questions also.
yeah.
Abdul Hussain is asking, how can I contribute in PT Magazine? Yeah, we have a website called Paws Trails, so you can register there and send us if you have any articles. You have the option to upload articles. You have the option to upload images. We will review it and
We
publish
have
it.
a team. Yes, we have a team of three scientists, a bunch of photographers, and four editors are there in our team. So the photographers will review the images, the editors will check the article, and then we will get back to you. So what you need to do is you need to first register. Go to Postay's website, click on register. You will get a form. You can register there, then you will get a username and password. Then once after getting the username and password, click on contribute. You will get a form with different sections where you can submit either images or images and article for different sections of the article, I mean magazine. So that's the way to go ahead in this.
Yeah.
And Arun, what about macro photography with flashlight? See, when it comes to the use of flashlight, scientifically, we still have some people say it's not good, some people say there is no problem. Honestly, I'm once again, neither me or Herme have any kind of science background, so I have no idea actually how it works. But in general, as we humans, when we see the flashlight on our face, I feel it is a disturbance. And when the moment if it is an elephant, it triggers. And I think most of the animals do get disturbed by flashes, but then there are people who use diffusers so that it doesn't disturb that much. When it comes to macro, none of us are macro photographers, but I know in macro photography flash play a major role. To answer you, if you're talking about conservation or ethic base, I seriously don't have much idea. I'm being very honest over here about how it is affecting the species involved in macro
Yeah,
benefit
we
flashlight.
cannot comment on that very religiously. Yeah.
I don't have the knowledge when it comes to this. And that is one thing which I feel quite disturbed when I see night photography with animals, because that's definitely a strong light which is going to cause
Yeah,
flashlight.
when I went to Rwanda, there is a place called Akegera National Reserve. So we reached there in the evening. So we got fresh, and 6 o'clock they said we have a safari. Basically, it was a night safari. Daytime we didn't see anything. Night they went with floodlights and everything. Too much light. We saw a lot of species, and I was the only photographer, professional photographer in that group. We saw a lot of species, and there were a lot of photo opportunities also. But I didn't even click one single photo. I just kept my camera on the seat and I was just sitting. And I cannot say to stop that light because all the other people were so excited to see the animals crossing, running, every actions. Then after coming back, one lady from the group asked me, "You might have got good pictures." I said, "No, I haven't clicked." Then she asked, "But why?" I said, I doesn't want to because I felt it was a disturbance for them. So I didn't want to click. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, see, scientifically, there are situations where if somebody is doing a research or somebody is studying something, yeah, there are situations where people have to use light, people have to capture. That's different. But all we are saying is try to avoid maximum. Whichever way it's possible, don't try to
Yeah.
disturb them. That's all.
Sibin,
Uh,
when is the next exhibition planned? So, Sibin, we were supposed to start an exhibition today, but since I was traveling, uh, I couldn't manage it. So, I have a meeting next week. So we will be announcing it next week. When is the exhibition planned? Mostly this month we will have one exhibition. End of this month.
that's
Uh,
great.
yeah, I'm trying to get it done very soon. We stopped, I think 2019
Yeah,
or
with COVID.
20. We stopped before COVID. The exhibitions we also want to restart, and we want that gathering of photographers again back in action.
I'm
It
going to
used to be
understand.
it used to be a good time when all the photographers come during the uh, uh, launch, during the exhibition launch. uh, we are also much awaited to start the exhibition. Most probably by end of March we will start.
Keep one for me as well.
I'll see.
Surprises, May surprises. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, once again, use your creativity, use your whatever channels is available in your life, for the betterment of Mother Nature, be it in the form of flask or switching off the light or going to a park or capturing some beautiful pictures or sharing it with your community, your family, your friend circle. It's a chain of action, so do your best to connect with people, connect with nature, and
I I still, when it comes to exhibition, I still remember our initial days that of exhibitions that we started. You remember all the photographers, like we started first exhibition with 30 or 50 photographers.
yeah, 30.
30. I remember in Cartoon Art Gallery.
Yeah.
All the photographers used to come. All we made it 3 days,
Yes. Not
three and a
12.
half days.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, the first one, then we
Yeah,
extended to 2 weeks, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So all those days, all the photographers used to come, sit there, have fun, coffee, talk about their experience, discuss. They bring their friends along to show them their work. It was fun. It was literally a good time, uh, a gathering moment. Yeah, so excited for a lot of things. Mm,
And the
what's
talks which we used to have
yeah,
along the way. Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah, it's
so
all
that's
beautiful memories. We'll
online
get.
photo review session. Acha Netaji is asking. We have
Yeah,
stopped
I
that
think
also.
we should start it. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, the problem is,
I think this month we will plan.
a photo review.
Yeah, we will. Okay, yeah, we'll plan one this month also. Same. Thank you, Acha Netaji, for that comment. Uh, yeah, I think on this day of World Wildlife celebration,
We
we
should
wanted
all,
to have a talk with you all, and that's it. I hope it helped few of you,
at least I.
and do visit our website of Mara Trails if you find interesting. join us for the tours. You all are welcome to stay at our own camp in Masai Mara. Apart from that, yeah,
Yeah, apart
as
from that, do check our website, Paws Trails, and if you have any good images or articles, do send it across to us. And if you have any suggestions for Paws Trails as an organization or we as photographers, you can always inbox me or Hermes in any of our social media channel, be it Paws Trails or on our personal channels. You can always get in touch with us. We will definitely check the inbox messages. It may take a couple of days sometimes if it is crazy schedule, but definitely we do make sure that we are responding to each and every message. So
yeah,
please
so
do let us know if there is any suggestion for us as a person to do something positive when it comes to our mother nature.
if you think you have any ideas to share with us, please do share to improve post trails or whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah,
And yeah,
there is scope for improvement in any part of our life, be it photography, be it as a person, be it nature, anything. Yeah.
so keep your egos away, be friends with everyone, love
Keep
everyone.
smiling.
Thank you so much for the love that you guys are showing to us.
Yeah.
We will try to help you in whatever ways we can, which we were doing from the past.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, and have a good evening.
Mm.
See you in next session. Thank you.
See you. Take care. Bye.